In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that's on the minds of many first-time, second-time, and even third-time home buyers, as it just changes so frequently, and that is, how much does it really cost to buy a home? How much of that is out of pocket? How much can you finance? And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot less than you think, so stick around for a little hack that can save you thousands of dollars. Before we get into that, show us some love by smashing that subscribe button, turning on the bell for notifications, and letting us know what you think in the comments below. We love hearing from you. My name is Chris Cochran, veteran realtor since 2005, and in this video we'll be breaking down all the costs that come with buying a home so you can be better prepared for the journey ahead. First of all, congratulations on making it this far. Buying a home is a huge step towards financial stability and building wealth. The first thing you need to consider is your mortgage costs. How much can you qualify to borrow? How much can you afford to pay per month? These are things that are going to determine what your purchasing power is. With so many types of mortgages available, I always defer this to my mortgage magician who has worked her magic countless times and saved the day for many of my clients who started working with their primary bank or their financial institution. If you want to know how to get a hold of her, all you have to do is leave a comment below, mortgage broker, or reach out, call me, text me, email me, and I'll put you in touch with the best person that I know in Greater Victoria. The second thing you need to consider is the purchase process, investigations, building inspections, maybe septic inspections, any other inspections that you need to feel comfortable with the condition of the property. Lastly, we've got your closing costs, which are and can include CMHC or other mortgage insurance, which is actually insurance for the loan towards the lender that the lender makes you pay for if you're using like high ratio financing or 5% or less down. Lawyers' fees, which are required to register the mortgage and calculate monies owed or credited based on property taxes and annual expenses associated with the home. So for the sake of this video, let's assume the following things. 1. You're employed versus self-employed. 2. You have a beacon score of 660 or greater, which is 86% of Canadians, and that you're purchasing a $500,000 home so that you can use 5% down. Okay, so now that we know what type of expenses we'll likely run into, what are the actual costs? Let's start with the out-of-pocket costs. Just to get started and looking before you write an offer is $0. Now, once you've written an offer and gotten it accepted, that's when you can start to incur some expenses. Things like inspections, deposits, that sort of thing. So an inspection is going to set you back between $750 to $1,500. And then if you've got a good realtor, only after you've removed conditions and you're fully committed to the purchase price will your deposit go into trust. Now, your deposit can be anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000, maybe even $25,000, depending on the situation, and that forms part of your down payment, which your agent is going to recommend based on the situation, but it forms part of your 5% down requirement. You also have property transfer taxes. So 1% on the first $200,000 and 2% on the balance up to $2 million. Anything above $2 million and you've got 3% on that balance. Now, not out of pocket, you've got CMHC mortgage insurance at 4% of the purchase price, which would be $20,000 in this case. You've got legal fees of $1,500 to $2,500 plus disbursements. And of course, you've got any mortgage fees if you happen to have a lender that requires mortgage fees. Now, out of pockets are the real expenses realized by the buyer that come from money in the buyer's bank account, and the rest is actually built into your mortgage. So just to recap on this example, your out-of-pocket costs are, assuming you just have one building inspection, is $700 to $1,500. You've got a deposit of $5,000 to $20,000. We're going to use $10,000 in this example. A down payment of 5% of the purchase price, which is credited your $10,000 deposit, which you made, so there's only an additional $15,000 due. Then you've got property transfer taxes at $8,000. So your total out-of-pocket expenses are approximately $34,500. So your finance closing costs, which are CMHC insurance at 4% of the purchase price, which is $20,000. You've got your legal fees, which are $1,500 to $2,500. So again, that's a total of $22,500. Your total expenses all in are $57,000. Before you go, there are ways to lower this cost, and here are some of the ways. The first time home buyer grant, which is $8,000 off your property transfer tax. You could work with a lender or mortgage broker that's going to cover your legal fees, and you could work with a realtor who's going to cover your building inspection fees. So those three things alone can save you $12,000 and bring your total cost down to $45,000. So you can see there are many costs associated with the purchase of a home, and it's always changing and always evolving. So for the best full understanding, you need to reach out to your local expert, realtor, mortgage broker, or financial advisor.